and this is the Rick and Crystal Show. We've been away for a while, and now we're back. As you can see, we built a new studio here. This is our June 2nd show. I hope I'm not too close with this mic. I'm going to stand back a little bit. We've done a lot of work down here, as Crystal will tell you too. We're like 70% done. 70%.
Yeah. So most of it's done down here, so we were really excited to do a show.
Yeah. The acoustic tile and the ceiling for the sound, and we got our lights. And these mics, we're still messing with the mics, trying to get them figured out. Hopefully they're not too messed up. How long do you want this to be? This show?
Well, we'll just have a little talk.
All right. Because I don't want the sound to be too messed up. But anyway, we have our TV on the wall. Crystal's working on a logo. We're going to run that in the background. And
I'm really excited about that. It was a lot of fun to make. It really was.
And some of our favorite books. And just we're getting there. You know. It's not. Well, I think we're like 35% decorated the way we want it. Yeah. But anyway, a lot's happened since we've been on. We've done our shows. So much has happened. But first, let's start with the dance.
You want to dance today?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Cause I can't sleep without you. No.
Too much.
Yeah, she always says that. Too much love. Too many kisses. So, what's in your mind on a Tuesday, June 2nd?
Really?
Relationships. What women want. Yeah. See?
I'm just speechless. I'm sorry, I'm speechless. We were discussing this earlier about what women want. Well, I'm just going to say, without even thinking about it, one thing that women want is men to listen and remember the things in the that are important to them.
That's right. What she's saying. Yes. So June 2nd. Yep.
Well, that wasn't all.
Well, I'm just highlighting June 2nd. June 2nd, our show about what women want. Also, just catching you up on any news. I pulled a muscle working on this room, and Crystal's going through a lot of stress and anxiety the last few weeks, and it's just, we're happy to get this part done. This is going to be more than just a set for us, It's going to be our little chill room and everything. We got some of our movies. We don't have everything down here, but we got Bob Ross is up there, Big Boy's up there, Hubert's up there, the Rock'em Sock'em Robots are up there, and of course it's a Christian show, and we always have Jesus in our minds and hearts, and we're going to do a lot more Christian messages. But anyway, let's start our show, Crystal. How do you want to begin this? Did you really? Okay. What do women want? What do women want in a man? And as a man, I can tell you that it's a process. It takes us longer to mature than women, and men are more apt to react physically, and a lot of us men we can get emotional too. When I was growing up, you were told, don't be, don't act like you're gay. Don't be queer. Buck up, be a man. So that was drilled in my head when I was young. So as you get older, you realize, there's so many facets to being a man,
I think it's, fine for any man to cry or have emotion. I actually think that emotion shows strength.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, studio audience, and it's good to see the studio audience back here. Okay, so how would you like to begin?
Well, definitely whenever you meet somebody, there's the first impression.
Right.
The first impression's always important. You can recover from a first impression, but why try? Why not try to step, on the right foot? And, one thing that's like important is that your morals align.
Yeah.
Like religious and, even political, and whether you have a family or whether you live in the suburbs or whether you live in, the city or.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, I mean, if your fundamentals aren't there, I think that it's difficult to even consider dating.
But there are several people that come from, different backgrounds, blacks, whites, brown, Asian, Jewish, Gentile, Muslim, Christian. There's so many different people. And not to butt in on what she's saying, but she's absolutely right that and try and remember though when you're talking about what women want in men that we're all unique, each one of us, and the outside, like I was telling Crystal, the outside is like a suit we're wearing, like a coat, and what's really you is inside. We can't see that person, but I know Crystal pretty good after being with her 8 years, and she knows me pretty good. But first impressions are tricky because what about the people that fall in love that work together and they've maybe they're not the most, she's not the most attractive, or he, or whatever, but
no.
Weird.
First impressions aren't about the way you look. First impressions are about the way you present yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not about am I fat, am I skinny, am I tall, am I short. All it's about is who you are and what you believe in and what you stand for and what you fight for, because if you believe in something, you need to fight for it.
Yep.
And I think that, women, they want to be treated as equals, But unfortunately, there are people now that, and I'm just going to say it, there are people out there that think that because they're a woman, they should be treated better than a man, or, and I don't agree with that. I think that all of us, should be treated as equals. Everybody. And I'm not talking about like in the workforce or anything. I'm talking about just as human people, human nature as people, as far as respecting that person and treating them as a human.
Oh yeah, it's so layered, So Crystal, what would be some of the other things that women want in a man? I've written some down, but I want to hear from you.
Well, I mean, you have to have security, and when I say security, I mean you have to have physical and like emotional and financial. You don't have to be rich. You just have to be financially responsible and take care of your responsibilities. What you need to.
Cool. Well, so as us guys, I mean, I'm like 210 now and 6'3" and lost a little weight, but of course I want to protect my family. I want to protect my wife and my children, and they're growing, but still, like when we're out in public, you feel. Here's what I feel like as a guy, and I know guys feel like this. You feel like you got these wings in the back, and all of a sudden you're out around a crowd or something, and the wings just come up a little bit, and you're like, okay, come here, sweetie, and come here, kids, and that's how you feel, and you feel like you're walking like this with these giant wings, that's how you feel as a guy, and if we get our family home safe in the car, we feel mission accomplished. Thank you, studio audience. It took a little bit to applaud for this. Oh, really? Thank you so much. Thanks.
Also, one thing that's very, very important is there's never cheating.
Okay.
I mean, that's a given. You don't want to cheat on each other. That's, you need that trust. If you don't trust your partner, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be stalking them. You're going to be on their phone. Are they doing something wrong? You're going to be on their computer, or you're going to be tracking them down whenever they're going to work. You just have to have that trust.
And also, even when you have that kind of trust, and you're on the same page, and you're like, no, I'll never cheat, and I would never cheat. You people need to remember the world is against you.
Yeah.
As soon as you step out the house, I mean, It's advertised. It's on TV, on movies, on billboards.
I
And then,
can't tell you
know,
how many times I get hit on.
Oh yeah, when I worked with people, women, they would come in and they would, not literally but figuratively cry over their boyfriend or husband or whatever over the weekend and say, oh he did this, and there's a guy there to comfort him.
Yeah.
So Rick and Crystal here at the Rick and Crystal Show, we're probably wrong, but our stance is there should really be a separation of men and women at work because, I mean, come on, how many cheating? Everywhere I've worked, I've known people that cheated everywhere because it was men and women. But
Yeah.
I'm sure that's another subject. Okay, so what would be another top qualification? You said the security, and then of course the first impression.
I think the only other thing that I was thinking right off was you have to accept their family and friends. I'm not saying you have to like them. I'm saying you have to accept them.
Yeah.
Because that's their family and friends. And if you want to be a part of their life, you need to support the people that they care for. And if you don't, then it's honestly probably going to be the end of your relationship. Maybe not at that point, but eventually. It will be the detriment.
Well, we certainly don't want to bring up any names or places or locations, but didn't you, when you were young, didn't you have a young relationship where the man you were with, he was just so obsessed that you were cheating, it drove him almost mad. I mean, it broke the relationship over.
Yeah.
And that can happen.
It's sad. Yeah, it is. It's sad.
You
Because in that particular case, I mean, yeah, absolutely, probably could have stayed together for a very long time. And, because of certain behaviors, there's just no way sometimes whenever there's certain behaviors.
Yeah. Just for my opinion, just for me and Crystal, when we got together, of course, I was not the nice patient guy I am now. I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and the next year just was one of the worst years for me. And I got married to a beautiful woman. So, but yeah, when I got with her, I was while I was working and concerned, I'm like, well, is she? Because I didn't know her, right? You don't know each other. And as I got to know her, I got to know what kind of person she was, and of course, an honest, faithful woman, that I respect. But the thing is, you got to get to a point where you're like, I know this person, I trust this person, they know me, I've opened up to them, you shared. If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. Yeah, I mean, you can stalk them.
You can't stop somebody.
You can't stop.
You can't stop somebody from doing what they're going to do.
If they're a cheater, they're a cheater.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's at work and even family. I've seen family do this.
Yeah.
At cookouts and stuff, the more alcohol or the more pot they smoke or whatever. But let me I wrote some stuff down, and this is of course the ultimate man would be Christ, Jesus, the suffering servant, and the protector, and he. How many times does he forgive us? He's the ultimate man that we should look up to. So here are some things that a man should be. I think is a protective, loving, patient, kind, family-oriented, responsible, and I didn't even say hardworking. I just said working.
I didn't put working down, but there was the financial thing. But actually, everything that you mentioned was things that I had talked about. So we're kind of on the same page. So you as the man and me as the woman kind of agree.
Absolutely. Well, I'm like Crystal. I mean, look, it's just it's how it is. You're a man. You need to work. You need to get because besides just getting up and going to work, you make relations with other people, other men. Hopefully, and you learn routines.
Yeah.
And on the weekend you'll get up. And because you've gotten up all week and you'll drink or eat breakfast, and you'll say, hey, let's get something going today, and then I'll relax and do this and that. It just really, it's a good building block for the rest of your life. So working, not immature, and that's a big one.
That is big.
How many guys sit around and play video games on a big screen TV all weekend?
Yeah.
How many guys are in pick a sport, and they watch it on TV or acting like children, or even and Crystal and I have seen this. You go out and there's a couple, and the guy is rubbernecking, looking at other women.
Oh yeah, that's horrible. That's the worst.
Yeah. Be a man. Be a man. You picked a woman, support her and show her respect.
Keep your eyes on your woman or your man. They don't need to be wandering around and thinking about everybody else.
Right. They don't need to say, "Hey, is he going to leave me in a week?"
Right.
And that's the security. It's not having the biggest muscles, Schwarzenegger, or being Mike Tyson. That is a sense of security, of course. In a dangerous situation. But the security is knowing that you're there. She can wake up, you're there. She'll wake up tomorrow, you're there. That's security. So not immature. And I got a few more: giving, humble, selfless, and of course, the last two would be the pinnacle: God-fearing and Bible-believing. But humble. When I met Crystal, I was at the peak of my pride. I was very prideful.
You were very prideful, and the thing is I loved you back then, but my love for you then was nothing like my love for you now. We have grown and from respect and mutual respect and a relationship and a trust, and
Yeah. We argue. Sometimes there's quarrels,
absolutely.
disagreements, or disagreements over communication, or someone felt the other person said this or meant that. But, at least for me and Crystal, there's a line, There's a line where, hey.
There's some things you just don't say.
We're not enemies. We chose to be together.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are other things about what a woman wants. This is our first video since our new studio. And we're still working on it, and there's all kinds of stuff to do. We'd be happy to talk about some of our books in our collection, wonderful books. And we got tons more that couldn't fit up here. I can't think of anything that's in the headline. For some reason, those Manson things have been back in the headlines. I saw that in the news. But I used to have that book about the family. Horrible. You don't want to read it. About Charlie Manson and those girls and the murders and everything. There's so much crime out there. That's what we try and tell you on our show. It's a Christian show. I mean, when you wake up, you need to remember that the devils and demons are against us. They're trying to attack. They're trying to keep you from serving God. They want you to be useless. And I want you to remember that inside whatever kind of body you have, whatever color, whatever shape, there is something magical. It's your soul, your spirit. And when this body gives away, your spirit's going to take off. It's going to go somewhere. And that's who you really are. And God knows you better than anybody. So try and take off today and get up tomorrow and have a magical day. Be a good person. Don't cheat. Be honest. You look pretty today.
Thank you.
Hopefully soon we'll have a logo up here, and it'll look pretty cool. But it's fantastic to have another video. Let's see how this one turns out, right? And we want to tell you that it's absolutely free to like our videos or dislike them. We hope you like them. And
subscribe.
It's absolutely free to subscribe. They come to you free. You don't have to do anything. We're happy to make them. We love doing this.
And if you did that, then our videos would show on your feed, and you'd see us.
And then the government will track you. You gotta see our flat earth
I'm watching
sign over
you.
here. Yeah. Cuba says.
They can't see it.
No.
No.
We're gonna get dual cameras, and yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they can see. Well,
It's a new standard map of the world. It's what the UN uses.
I can't tell.
It's the so-called one of the flat Earth version maps. I'm 99% sure the Earth is a globe. 99%.
Okay. Now the thing is, he's 99%, 98, whatever. I'm more like 10% that it's round, and 90% that it's flat. But we won't talk about that.
Well, that's been a great show. Thanks for tuning in. please hit that like and subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and we love you and we love our subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. We're going to keep putting out more videos, and I promise I'm going to get some of these videos. I mentioned that in the previous videos that I said I was going to put out sooner, but I haven't got to them yet because I've been so busy working on this set and all the other stuff. Also, I'm the head cook here. I'm the chef.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.